So for those of you who don't know too much about the law of attraction, I made a video introducing it and talking about it pretty simply and in detail, so you can check that out. I'll put a link here and in the video description so that you can become more familiar with it. And essentially the law of attraction is using your mind, your thoughts, and your feelings and your energetic vibration to attract that which you want into your life, because everything in life has a vibration, and it's up to us if we want something specific to become a vibrational match to it. So once we're a vibrational match to it, it's easier for it to then become attracted into our life, hence the law of attraction. But the thing with this is that sometimes some people get really caught up on the mind, like the mental and emotional aspect of this. So sitting with visualizations, whether they're making a vision board or with positive affirmations, and really focusing on the emotional state that they want to be in and thinking about that which they want. But we also have to be taking action to get there. So you can't necessarily just sit on a rock and meditate the entire day. And let's say if you want to be attracting a trip to Bali into your experience, if you're just sitting on a rock meditating all day, it's not that likely that this opportunity for a trip is just going to fall onto your lap. Like, you need to, even if it were to fall onto your lap, you might need to be in communication with someone specific in order for that to happen. Or you might need to actually go online and buy the flight for it. Or there's just different things that might need to happen. If you don't have the money yet, then something might need to happen for you to get there. So there are a lot of times with the law of attraction where you do need to take divinely inspired action to really meet what you want. So it's like you're on the path getting there, and sometimes you do have to be in motion in order for that to happen. So what I want to talk about is, when is the time to be taking action? If you get an idea that comes to you, so it's usually when you're in the best state. So let's say if you're meditating, or you're getting a massage, you're doing something that's relaxing and feels amazing. You might be doing yoga and just in this really good state. You might even just be in the shower and just relaxed and there's nothing else distracting you. So it's whenever you're feeling amazing and whenever you feel like your vibration is so high, and then you just get an idea that comes, that's your inspiration for the best next step to take. So it's not whenever you're feeling a lack, or you aren't feeling good, or that you're feeling desperate. If ever you're feeling desperate for something and you're feeling like, I need to make this happen, and you take action, you might get there. And that's how a lot of the world works, is people are taking action from that space, and they do eventually get the goals that they want, but it may take longer and it might not be as enjoyable, and it might feel like there's a lot more obstacles to getting what they want. Whereas whenever you take that time to get in alignment with source energy, with your higher self, with just feeling amazing, and you let these moments of inspiration come to you and you choose to follow those, sometimes they can seem really scary, because what we're used to is following the mind. So what sounds logical or feels logical to us, and that usually comes from more of a space of like a survival base, like desperation, and we're used to doing that, and we know that it can get us results, but it might take a little bit longer and not be as pleasant. Whereas whenever you're in a state of meditation or just a good space and something comes to you, it might even sound crazy to you, and you might be like, what? Like, I don't want to do this. Why am I being guided to do this? And this happens to me a lot, where I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense, and there's almost like an argument of like my mind trying to be like, no, that can't be like the best decision, but my intuition knows, and if it came through at a good time when I'm feeling this high vibration, then that is the path that might get me there quicker, might even bring in more opportunities, more abundance, and it's just a more magical way of living because you're fully trusting yourself, your intuition, you're trusting the universe, God, whatever you believe in, you're trusting this energy to fully guide you and have your back. So it can be a little bit more risky, but it can have much better results than doing it the more logical way, which can still get you there, but maybe not as quickly or as abundantly or seemingly miraculously. So with the law of attraction, sometimes it's like a magnet. Like you are a magnet, but what happens is when you're attracting something, magnets also go towards it, you know? So it's not like you're just gonna stand there and that it's gonna completely come to you. A lot of times you're also going to get pulled to it, which means that you have to take this action, getting pulled to it, and it's that divinely inspired action that'll make it come really quick, as opposed to if your mind is like it's trying to come, but then your mind is like, oh, I don't know, and then it's kind of like moving it away, or it might kind of like it's still gonna get there, but like this doesn't feel as fun as like this. So it's just a matter of finding your alignment, doing meditations, positive affirmations, getting yourself in a good space, exercising to release any blockages or energies that might be there blocking you from being in alignment, and then just letting that inspiration come to you. You'll know when it's coming because it'll come at a time where you're not in a space of fear, but after it comes, you're gonna feel either a sense of certainty, like I have to do this, or you might feel that at first and then your mind kicks in and that's when you might start feeling fear. So it's whenever you're in a space where you're feeling completely centered, there's no fear at first, but the fear might set in after the idea has come in, because that's more your mind and that survival instinct of being like, I've never done something like this, or I've never listened to this type of guidance, or I've never taken that choice when I've been faced with two choices, because it doesn't feel as logical. So it can be a pretty exciting way to live, to listen to your intuition and follow things like you're always on an adventure, because you don't always know what the next step after that is. You're just taking the first step and trusting that the second one is going to reveal itself to you, as long as you stay in that space of trust. So just wanted to share that with you guys on taking action within the law of attraction to magnetically get to where you want to be. So I hope this helps. If you're interested in more videos about the law of attraction, let me know. And may you be happy, healthy, and free.